All right, thanks for joining us on this call. Here with Rohan. He is an absolute rock star. He went from Emerald all the way up to two star. Started, or he was Emerald as of February, and as of November now, he is a two-star diamond. And gave him some questions beforehand just so he could kind of give you a sense of exactly how he did it and exactly how you can hope to do this as well, because this truly is attainable for all coaches. So, Rohan, can you just kind of lead us through? Back in February, you were in Emerald. Can you kind of lead us through what was going on in your business up to that point in February?
Sure. So even as an Emerald, I was really struggling for time. I wasn't making things work properly. I was having a lot of trouble engaging both my downline coaches and my customers. And then someone from the Coach Basics group suggested after I was done with Coach Basics to start AD1. And really from the beginning, an amazing process because I learned a daily method of operation, something that I could do day in and day out consistently. And it wasn't something huge, just a few minutes, but something I did consistently. And that really helped accelerate my business.
Okay, so were you, I mean, all of us have been at a point where we kind of struggle sometimes. Were you at that point back in February?
Yeah, I joined up as a coach in April the year before, and I really wasn't doing anything for a long time. And then December, when P90X3 came out, I started to get more into it. And so I was very enthusiastic, but really floundering. I really had no direction. I didn't really understand what it meant to do the invitation process. I read everything, but I never quite internalized. And it wasn't until I had someone sort of walk me through it in Accelerated Diamond that I was really able to understand how to do it properly.
Okay, so you were basically, it took you almost a year to get up to Emerald then, correct?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, okay. All right, because this is what I want people to try and see is that it's okay if you've been at Emerald or even coach for a year, 2 years, 3 years, because what you were able to do is go from coach to Emerald in almost a year, and then in less than a year, go from Emerald to two-star.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, and then what's your day job?
I'm a cardiologist, an adult cardiologist.
Okay, so because a lot of people, we all get busy, right? One of the things that we try and teach people in Accelerate Diamond, one is daily method of operation, but the other thing though is not just showing up, but doing the best that you possibly can. So you're a cardiologist, you got to be a busy guy. When in the world do you find time to actually do this?
Yeah, I mean, we're all busy. I work, between 60, 80 hours a week, depending on my call schedule. So you have to make it your business. If you take it lightly, if you take it as a hobby, you're not really engaging in it, those are the kind of results you're going to get. But I really wanted this to be something important. I had a real vision for what I wanted to do. And so I made it a priority. So I get up early before I got to go to work. And I do my DMO. I make sure everything gets done. If I have time in the afternoon when I'm eating lunch, I answer phone calls or respond to emails, and then in the evening I finish my follow-ups before I go to bed. So I really create those power hour times in my schedule where I can get things done. But you really have to engage. You really have to be there and do the stuff that you need to do.
Okay, so it's more than just showing up and pressing done.
Absolutely. So if you come and you go through the training and you just click like and you watch the video and you sort of go through the motions of what you're supposed to do, you're going to get those kind of results. But what I tell my coaches when I have them go through AD1, and I try to get all my coaches to go through AD1 once they're done with Coach Basics, is I want you to be the first person on the page. I want you to be the first person that answers your questions, that watches the video, and that posts. Now, obviously, we're on the East Coast, so I have a little bit of an advantage there because we're up a little earlier. But I want you to be the first guy done. I don't want there to even be a question that it's day 3 or day 2 and you haven't completed your assignment. You need to be there. You need to be engaged in it. You need to review what this is, internalize it, and actually write something in the post that's meaningful that you took away from the day's assignment.
Okay, awesome. So then how many times have you gone through Accelerated Diamond 1?
I went through it once, and now we're going through it again as a challenge.
That's right, punk. So, and then you also went through Accelerated Diamond Legacy, right?
I did. I actually went through Accelerated Diamond 2, which we had for a little while, which I also thought was really wonderful. It really helped me understand social media better. But legacy is a whole different animal. And I think you really have to go through Accelerated Diamond 1 to really understand the system. And then legacy really ties in your emotional connection to your journey, and really helps to engage your to new prospects, really engage your coaches and your customers as well.
Okay, so the exact process that you used to go from coach to emerald was just kind of figuring things out on your own. The exact process you used to go from emerald to 2-star in a shorter amount of time was Accelerated Diamond 1 to Accelerated Diamond Legacy.
That's 100% correct. It took me a year basically to get from coach to emerald. It took me from Accelerated Diamond 1 to getting to diamond about 6 weeks. And then over the next several months, I got from diamond to 2-star. Okay. And not coincidentally, by enrolling my best coaches in Accelerated Diamond.
Okay, so then that's one of the things too, is that it can't just be about us, but we have to also get our coaches in there in order for us to get to the next level.
Of course, it has to be a team culture, and for us, the Accelerated Diamond training is part of our team culture. And our coaches have to go through. We always have them go through Coach Basics first, so they can understand the fundamentals. Mm-hmm. We did try to have people go straight into Accelerated Diamond, but they weren't quite ready for it, because you have to know the fundamentals, and then you need to be able to. And once you know those, then you can engage fully. But if you're struggling to learn the fundamentals, it's hard to engage fully in Accelerated Diamond.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Do you have any last words of advice for people?
Just keep plugging at it, guys, and get in there. But you gotta show up. It's hard. I know everyone's busy. We all have kids and work. It's really hard. But if you want to make this work, you got to make it your business, and you've got to set aside time to get it done. And then you really got to be there. So my guys are going to be the first on the page, but don't be intimidated. You could be number 2. It's okay. Get on the page.
All right, sounds great. The new Accelerated Diamond 1 that we have coming up for the November 23rd course, I'm going to be in it. You're going to be in it. It's going to be go time.
I love it.
All right, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, and take care.
Take care, you too. Bye.